All right, so I'm still here to receive the invites from TVC News to come and defend myself on their channel. Up till now, I don't wait, I no see them. Now, pending when I get the invites, you see this presenter, you be fool. You be big fool. You be fool. And you be the worst TV presenter in the history of this country. No integrity, nothing. Now, when I don't see the way they sabi they push narrative, now where you go take say all these TV stations and most of these news channels, all of them, no credibility, all. It's either this one they work for this or they work for that. None of them they do their thing straight. All of them get their paymasters. Now, while that interview they go on with that one, they can't carry evidence. According to them, will carry evidence, show this guy. Come ask the guy, say, you see the evidence? That one say, yes. Say, yeah. What evidence did you see? You go tell Nigerians, so. I want to expose me. And when I go post that evidence for online. When I must expose Verydarkman, when I go post that thing, maybe the whole Nigeria see. They are get evidence on I see, me a man, when I go post them. When I go post, you see the way they push narrative. Like I see you saw something. Tell us what you saw. You nodded your head and you even say, yeah, in agreement. So tell us what you saw.
So I obviously don't condone the insults and the name calling. But I believe very strongly that Verydarkman has every reason to be angry. Especially if what DeeOne claims to be evidence here is a gimmick. And as a journalist and someone who has worked in the media for several years, I know when an interview has not been handled professionally.
Yeah. Because whatever you do in this world, people must talk.
But having said that, I will also be the first to admit to you that it is never an easy job trying to navigate a situation like this, especially when it's a live program. But the truth is, this interview could have been handled better. And it's always very easy to blame the anchors and presenters of a program like this. But it takes a team to produce this kind of program. And this is why the producers of the program must also take part of the blame. Because they could have suggested to the presenters some of what I'm about to share with you now. Now, I'm not going to dabble into whether or not this subject of discussion is even worth the airtime. That's a discussion for another time. I will just concern myself to the professionalism or otherwise of these two anchor persons on the program. In my opinion, there were two major letdowns in this interview. Let's start with this one.
But why? Why VDM?
Sorry?
But why VDM?
Well, he said we should monitor him. Nobody has come out to say, monitor me.
Okay.
Now, if you want to see proof, let me show you something. Just for your eyes, right? This is Verydarkman's charts with Nedu. Okay. You can look at this. In these charts, in fact, there's another thing that if you see there, you will see what I'm talking about. You will see the proof that I'm talking about. In that chart, you know, this was the same person talking to Nedu and saying, oh, you are doing a great job. I would like to do this in Abuja and everything, you know. But you're coming online to deceive people and discredit the same platform that you desperately wanted to be on. Look at it. That's Verydarkman there.
Yeah.
Look at it. That's Verydarkman there. Yeah. But how did the presenter know for sure that it was Verydarkman in that text message exchange being shown to him by DeeOne? Does he have or know Verydarkman's telephone number? Or is just relying on what DeeOne told him? I mean, it's possible DeeOne could have saved anyone's name as Verydarkman. And I'm not in any way suggesting that is what has happened here. But it wasn't professional for the presenter to have given the impression that it was indeed true. Verydarkman exchanged those messages with Nedu. And even in the unlikely event that they could confirm it was Verydarkman's number, the professional thing to do was to maintain neutrality and say something like, this is you, a third party, telling us it is Verydarkman's exchange with Nedu. None of them is here to confirm or defend themselves. So let's leave this part out. And I can bet you, if they had gotten this first part right, there wouldn't have been any need for this second exchange.
This thing about his sexuality,
Yes.
you claim that you have proof.
Yes.
Where is the proof? You've not showed Nigerians yet.
Nigerians, can I trust you?
Okay.
Are you a man? Can you handle some? Can you handle some things?
Bring it on. We can handle it.
Not we.
Okay,
you.
I can handle. Can handle it. Bring it
because
up.
I mean, these are very now. 1 minute, please. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Wait, don't worry.
Yeah.
Why am I
Don't
being
increase the volume, please.
No, no.
You'll be traumatized. I mean,
Why am I being excluded from this?
now.
Maybe you should come because it's not playing.
No. Okay, let me come there.
Don't worry, just.
No, don't worry.
No.
You can come.
Let me come. Sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
Okay,
Yeah, done,
good.
done.
Okay. Oh, okay. Okay.
Now, let me
Enough
ask you a
said.
question. Let me ask you a very honest question.
Okay.
With what you've said now, these two people here, if I release these two Nigerians, these two men, if these are your brothers, or you are related to somebody here, will you advise me? If you tell me to release it now, I'll give you 1 million naira.
Because it looks like you've been saying this thing for quite a while, and people have been asking for. Now, I have seen it quite all right, and I understand why you are not releasing it.
Again, I'm very similar to the first video. The anchor goofed by giving the impression that Verydarkman was indeed doing everything DeeOne had always accused him of doing. And to be honest, TVC should count themselves lucky. Verydarkman is not the kind that is interested in suing. If not, he would have made a fortune suing them for reputational damages. And that is, of course, if the allegation against him in this instance is false. But I digress. Now, in this instance, the professional thing for the anchor to have done was to have emphatically stated that neither he nor the station can independently verify the evidence that DeeOne has provided. After which, he would have used the opportunity to then invite Verydarkman to come defend himself. But to then go further to say things like this, I think was most unfortunate.
Because it looks like you've been saying this thing for quite a while, and people have been asking for. Now, I have seen it quite all right, and I understand why you are not releasing it.
And by the way, Verydarkman, my suspicion is that you genuinely do not want to go on TVC to defend yourself. And this is how I know.
Now, after defending myself, I would like to also talk about some things because I heard that Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu is the owner of TVC. So I would like to come on the TV station. After defending myself, I would like to talk about these things, which is really important for us Nigerians. You know, it's really important. Number one, I'll start with the first one before I list the others. The first one is that there's a revelation made by one politician in the US. And this revelation is very, very scary. That the US aid was funding Boko Haram and sponsoring terrorism in Nigeria that have claimed the life of a lot of people. So APC government need to come out and tell us if this revelation was true, if this revelation is true or not, because it's scary and crazy. That's number one. Now, number two, there are some loans that Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu have collected, and I don't know where all these loans have gone to, right? Now, let's start with this one. It says 600,000 students have received loans worth 104 billion. So we want to see these 600,000 students. Secondly, Nigeria has secured $1.1 billion AFDB loan to provide electricity for 5 million people by 2026, President Tinubu. Now, during that fuel crisis time, there's this $2 billion that they said they went to go and collect for NNPC. But up till now, this fuel matter will still never get unbalanced. So this 2 billion, how they really take spend down, we really want to know. And this one of Nigeria reportedly set to secure another $500 million one-back loan for basic education. To sum it up, I don't see any reason why they are collecting this loan when these same people claim that they stop fuel subsidy because they are spending billions of dollars. So all those billions of dollars we wanna make since we wanna don't stop fuel subsidy, which we wanna use and do.
It's almost as if this is a condition for your appearance on their station. And if it's not, it almost sounded as though you were blackmailing them.
Now, after defending myself,
Truth is, you cannot brazenly dictate or set agenda for a media house, especially when such a media establishment is as big as TVC. So you honestly think it's TVC that should answer all these questions, even if it is true that the president owns the media station. Unfortunately, it is not for TVC to answer. And if you ever honestly want answers to those questions, the president has media handlers and ministers, including this man right here. You could actually start with him. And if he's unable to answer them, I'm sure he would point you in the right direction. But the idea that you could actually decide the direction of travel of a media interview is, to say the least, ludicrous. And if I'm being honest, the station doesn't need you. And I reckon you equally don't need them. So you could as well go to a station like Channels Television or Arise. To your credit, you have one of the most vibrant bully pulpits in the country today. So use that bully pulpit to your advantage, and I can assure you, even TVC will report your reporter.